Being depressed can ruin your life, but it's even worse when you have someone to care for. Postpartum depression can have long-term effects on you, your baby, and even your whole family. 8 research efforts explore the quality of life for depressed mothers versus non-depressed ones. A number of them found a clear link between maternal depressive symptoms and lower quality of life. Women who experienced postpartum depression scored lower across all quality of life dimensions compared to non-depressed counterparts. Postpartum depression occurs after a childbirth. It can happen anytime from 4 weeks to 12 months after delivery. But there are ways for you to combat it, and here is where your social circle is important. Symptoms of postpartum depression is similar to depression, including loss of interest, sleep and appetite disturbance, feelings of guilt and worthlessness, and obsessional worries. 20% of women with postpartum depression may also experience suicidal thoughts. We know how prevalent and severe depression can be. That's why we have mental health awareness. Postpartum depression is no different. 6.9 to 12.9% pregnant women in high-income countries are affected by postpartum depression. And in some low and middle-income countries, it can even be more than 20%. Sadly, it is often underdiagnosed and undertreated. But what about your baby? Depression can cause your baby to experience impairments in social engagement, emotional regulation, and increased in negative emotions. It is also associated with long-term cognitive impairment, and as moms, we don't want our children to grow up being angry or socially awkward. Being pregnant, especially if it's your first time and you've heard a lot about postpartum depression, you might be worried about it, and that feeling is entirely normal. Various studies have looked into factors that affect your risk of postpartum depression and its severity. A study in 2020 showed that exercise can decrease severity of postpartum depression. You can start exercising as early as 1 month after delivery, but obviously not vigorous exercise and only what you can. And 4 weeks of exercising can reduce your postpartum depression severity. 2 studies reveal that social support, especially from your family, friends, and significant other, can act as buffers against postpartum depression. So don't feel like you can't ask for help. We're not superwomen. Do ask for help, even if it's just for you to vent off, because it is good for you. Feeling unprepared with insufficient and incomplete information can also increase your risk of postpartum depression. So there's no surprise that women with unintended pregnancies tend to have 2.5 times increased risk of postpartum depression. If you have ever felt depressed, share it in the comment how you coped with it. Give suggestions on how you would manage postpartum depression. More importantly, if you know anyone that is pregnant, share this important knowledge with them to prevent them from getting postpartum depression. Watch other videos on our channel to feed your brain about pregnancy, and click the subscribe button so we can keep you up to date on the science of pregnancy.